The 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden, now has access to one of the nicest limousines used by world leaders. It's a custom-made Cadillac limo that launched in 2018 under former President Donald Trump. Before the recent model, the three previous state cars were all Cadillacs as well. Nicknamed the Beast, the contract to create the new model was won by General Motors in 2014. As part of the contract, GM were creating 12 limos altogether. The contract gave the manufacturers around $15.8 million, with the finished product being worth around $1.5 million each. As with all limousines used by world leaders, it comes with a lot of top-of-the-line range security features. The vehicle is formed with a combination of steel, aluminum, and ceramic armor. The walls of the limo are said to be 8 inches thick, helping to keep the interior sealed from outside pathogens, while the multi-layered windows are 5 inches thick and apparently heavier than the windows used on a Boeing 757. All that together gives the Beast a reported weight of 20,000 pounds, definitely earning its nickname. Even with flat tires, the limo will be able to keep driving in an emergency. Not just limited to James Bond, the Beast can fire tear gas and a smokescreen, as well as oil to make the road slippery for pursuers. Even the doors can be electrified. Finally, there's even a fridge on board that's filled with the president's blood type. Across the pond in the United Kingdom, the state car of the Prime Minister is nicknamed the Sentinel. The car in question is actually a custom-made Jaguar XJ Sentinel that was first announced in 2010. In the same year, the Prime Minister at the time, David Cameron, quickly had the Sentinel added to his fleet. Today, the car is still being used by current PM Boris Johnson. Under the hood, the Sentinel has a supercharged 5-liter V8 engine. One of the main differences to the custom Sentinel to the standard XJ version is the armor-plated floor. The rest of the car's structure has been reinforced with a mixture of steel and Kevlar, while the car also has bulletproof windows. Due to this extra protection, the PM Sentinel weighs nearly twice as much as the standard XJ, coming in at nearly 7,300 pounds. Due to the higher weight, it does affect the car's maximum speed. As such, it's able to reach 121 miles per hour and can get from 0 to 60 in 9.4 seconds. Due to the Freedom of Information Act, the Metropolitan Police released some information on the vehicle in 2019. It apparently costs £33,801, or nearly $46,000 per year to run the Sentinel. The exact cost of buying the PM's car is a guarded secret. However, some estimations state it could be up to £300,000 or $411,000. In 2018, the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, was undergoing his 4th inauguration. At the same time, his new state car was officially unveiled. The Era Senate, which replaced the previous Mercedes S600 Pullman Guard. The new vehicle is created by the state-owned group NAMI, as the country wanted to focus on creating the state cars from within their borders. The Senate is said to be 22 feet long and weigh nearly 15,900 pounds. It has a main 4.4-liter, 8-cylinder engine with 598 horsepower, but there's also an electric engine that can provide up to 48 horsepower. On the safety side, it has tires that allow it to continue when flat, called run-flat tires. The windscreen is 2.3 inches thick to cope with frontal attack. The Senate also has an air compression system to combat any nasty pathogens. The structure and windows of the vehicle is reinforced against an array of attacks. The back of the Senate also features an emergency exit for those in the main cabin. The main cabin even has a TV with a conference screen. It can additionally be used for entertainment. The doors of the Senate are extra large to reduce the chance of getting clothes dirty when entering and exiting. The newer 2020 non-armored version has a base price of 18 million rubles, or around $236,000. With all the extra features and protection, Putin's car likely crossed over the $1 million mark. The Prime Minister of the UK isn't the only leader to possess a high-class vehicle to get around with. Queen Elizabeth II and the royal family have their own Bentley State limousine. During her Golden Jubilee in 2002, which marks 50 years since she started her reign, the Queen was gifted the limousines by the car manufacturer Bentley. Only 2 of these limos were ever made and are both in the royal family's garage. One of the main features of the limo is the size. It's taller, longer, and wider than typical Bentleys. This is due to 2 reasons: safety and dignity, the latter of which comes into play as the size allows the Queen to exit and enter the vehicle without having to move around too much. Even the doors open to 90 degrees to support this, while the large windows can show the public the Queen more easily as she passes by. Like most state cars, the limo's paneling is armored with Kevlar, while the windows are bulletproof. Even the tires are blast-resistant. There's also a mechanism within the vehicle that can immediately seal the interior from pathogens of any kind. Due to these features, the vehicle is said to weigh 8,818 pounds. It's reported that the two limos cost around $15.1 million. Since it was a gift, the Queen didn't even have to dip into her own cash. The Asian country of Brunei is one of the few nations that's ruled completely by a monarchy. The current sultan's been in charge since 1967. Looking to use a luxury vehicle for royal weddings, the sultan took the Rolls-Royce Silver Spur 2 from his collection and had it modified. More for further luxury than for safety. After all, the Sultan is currently the Guinness World Record holder for the largest private Rolls-Royce collection in the world. In the 1990s, the Brunei royal family was responsible for half of all Rolls-Royce sales. The Silver Spur 2 was originally made in 1988. Online, a used Silver Spur limo can cost as much as £99,999, or $137,000. For the wedding, it was covered in 24-karat gold, as well as having gold detail added on the exterior. The back of the vehicle was opened up to allow all the royals to be more easily seen by the public on their happy day. It's believed this gold-modified vehicle is now worth $14 million. In 2004, the Sultan's oldest son, the Crown Prince Al-Muhtadi Bilal, got married. He and his new wife enjoyed the luxury Spur as it traveled the streets. Also in the Sultan's collection is said to be over 7,000 vehicles, the worth of which has been estimated to be over $5 billion. North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un has a number of various cars in his fleet, yet one of his favorites and best known is the limousine, the Mercedes-Maybach S600 Pullman Guard. Back in 2019, Daimler, the parent company of Mercedes-Benz, had no idea how their armored limo ended up in North Korea, as currently the country is under United sanctions on certain imports. Once an order is made, it takes a year and a half to build the Pullman Guard. On top of this, the manufacturer also does background checks on those wanting to purchase the Pullman Guard. In the end, it seems the vehicles were smuggled into the country via transport ships. The current model has a 6-liter twin-turbocharged V12 engine that provides it with 530 horsepower. The Pullman is 21 feet long and weighs around 11,000 pounds. Most of the weight is due to the heavy armor fortifications on the car's structure. Along with armored panels, the car's floor is reinforced from blast below, while the laminated windows are coated with polycarbonate. The interior is designed via the buyer's own specifications. Usually it tends to follow the seating design of a private jet by providing plenty of legroom. The current model has a price of nearly $1.6 million upon its release. Final fact finish. One of the most expensive civilian limousines in the world is the Mercedes G63 armored limousine.